Hi everyone, this is Queen Bee coming at you, and today we're going to be doing a beaded pendant. Ignore these beads that I'm handling right now in the video. They say that they are a size 15-0 on the labels, but they're tiny. They're smaller than that. I couldn't even begin to decipher what size they really are, but I don't have any needles fine enough that would fit through the holes, so you shall see me using some silver lined clear beads later on. But for now, this is the stone I'm going to be using. It is a beautiful piece of fluorite, and it's got beautiful faceting. I really like this piece. I've had it for a while and I've not been sure what to do with it, but I thought a beaded bezel would be the most elegant way to treat this one. It's a nice size. It is 19 by 19 by 6, so it's a good size. Alright. So I'm going to need my scissors, obviously, my bent beading needle, some beading thread. It's Nymo size D. And here I am with my new 15-0s that I'm going to be using, and some 3mm Swarovski bicones in black diamond. It was the best color I could come up with for this project. And I really liked the effect of the silver lined clear beads. Don't worry, I'll show you what I'm doing. We're going to be doing right angle weave. So first we need 4 beads, the bicone, and 4 beads. And then for the bottom of the square we need 3. And these are 15s, by the way. Bring them to a reasonable distance down your thread, but leave a reasonable tail as well, just so that you have something to work with at the end to bury things. So you're going to go through all of your beads again. One more time here. Just one time is fine. You don't need to go through them a zillion times because you're going to go through everything again at the end, so just enough that it won't fall off is what we're working towards here. So I'm coming out the bottom, so what I'm going to do is add 3 of my 15s. There's 3. That represents the bottom of the square. And then I'm going to add 4, which represents the side of the square. And don't worry, I have a slideshow coming up, so you will be able to see this in photos. And then for the top of the square, we have our bicone. So I'm going to go down through those 4 beads that I am coming out of. We're making a circle. There. Now we're at the bottom. So what we need to do is go through our bottom beads and then our side beads. So you're going through 7. Go on, go through. You can do it. There we go. Now you have to do the same thing, only in reverse, because you're at the top, okay? So we're going to start with a bicone. There it is. And we're going to add 4 beads to represent the side. And then we'll add 3 beads to represent the bottom. So 7 beads again. And then you're going to go up through those other 4 15s that you're coming out of. Like so. Alright, so we're going to go through the bicone and through 4 of those beads. There we go. And you're going to keep doing that for the amount of length that you need to go around your stone. This method works for teardrops, ovals, and round cabs. If you want to use this method for squares or rectangles, it's a little bit different. I'll do that in another video. So, buzz buzz, here comes the slideshow. Okay, so there's 4 rounds. Of course, we're going to be needing more than that. So, I will give you a play-by-play in photographs. So, I'm starting with my bicone at the top. Bicone at the top. Bicone for the top. And I've got my 4 beads for the bottom, and I've got, or for the side, and I've got 3 on the needle there on the right, and that's going to represent the bottom side. Okay, and I'm coming up through those 4 beads from the previous round, or unit, or however you want to think of it. Alright, now we're going down again through the bicone and down through the 4 side beads. Okay, so we're picking up 3, and that represents the bottom. Three, 3, 3, do, do, do. And then 4 for the side. And then the bicone, which represents the top. I recommend this method for setting stones because the bicones are really grippy. They're, because of all the angles and things on them, they really hold everything together. So here I am going down through the 4 beads from the previous unit that we did. So I'm coming out the bottom now, and I'm gonna go through those 7 beads and come up, and I'll be beside the bicone again. See? There it is. So you just keep doing this for as many rounds as you need. Well, okay, -1. You'll see why in just a moment. Okay, so I've got all of the units that I need. And I've got a bicone on my thread and needle, and I'm going down through the first unit I made. We're closing this now into a circle. So that's what I meant by -1. Okay, so we've got the top closed, now we close the bottom. So we'll need 3 more 15s, which represents the bottom as usual. There they are. And then we'll go up through the 4 side beads from the unit right next to it. And that's how you make a seamless circle of right angle weave. There you go. Now you'll never know where the start and the end is. Alright, so I've got 3 beads, 3/15 same beads on my needle. And I'm going to go through the middle bead on the bottom. Remember how we put 3 beads on the bottom all the time? That's why, so that we have a middle one to go through to start the back. So I'm adding beads in between the units now. We're kind of switching gears and we're kind of doing a modified peyote weave stitch right now for the back. And then we're going to step up like that when you get to the end. If you don't know what stepping up is, it's just when we come to the end of the round and you have to move somewhere. So your needle goes up. And now in between all these units of 3, I'm going to add 1. Like that. See how there's 1 bead kind of dangling there? That's because I haven't pulled it tight yet. And you're probably thinking, but Danielle, this is going to be rather loose. It's not, don't worry. So there I am going through the middle to the middle bead there. And I'm going to add 1. And then once I'm done all that, I'm going to pass my needle through all of the single beads in this last round we just did. So I'm going through, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this photo. Okay, but don't pull yet. Just leave it loose like it is. And then we will start setting the stone right now. Okay, so I've slipped my cab inside. So on the back, we're going to start cinching up to make a basket. And there we are. And yeah, right now it looks kind of wobbly, wonky, weird, but it won't. In the end. In the end, it will all fit very nicely. So I've come up with my needle to the top, and I'm going to go through the bicones. Just the bicones. The same way we went through those single beads on the back. We're not going to add anything between the bicones, and then we're going to pull. And that's how we get this tightness here. It makes like a pretty frame around the setting. Almost like prongs. And here's the back now. Now it's all pulled tight, and we've reinforced. So it's nice and snuggy. The stone is not going to go anyplace. It looks like it should. And now I was going to do this on the edge, but I decided against it. I was going to embellish with more bicones, but I'm not gonna. So I'm coming out at the sort of point of the teardrop, and I just added a loop of 10 15s like that, and I reinforced it 3 times so it's nice and stable. And I've gone through all of the weaving, so it's sturdy, it's not going to go anywhere. There we go. And now it's just as simple as adding our hardware. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can link it onto a beaded chain or whatever, but I didn't want to do that. I thought I went to the hassle of making it look kind of like a pronged setting, so I thought I would add it to a silver chain, and I'm using a silver plated bail here, just a pinch bail. I'm just kind of bending it around. It's a bit crooked. If you can hear that, that's just Sophia having a meow. Alright, so I'm just pinching the bail like that. Okay, that's why they call it a pinch bail. And I'm going to grab a chain. They are 0.925 silver plated Figaro chains. In this case, I get them on eBay. They usually come in groups of 5. This looks like it's about a 20-incher. I'll have to measure it to be sure, but I think that's what it is. And they come complete with lobster claws, clasps, and everything, so it's really the nicest, quickest way to finish a necklace. Really easy, not very expensive, and you can slide the chain right through the bail, which is what I'm gonna do. Hopefully my fingers aren't too buttery. There we go. There. Just closing the clasp right now. And that is the end of our adventure here, bead weaving a bezel for a small teardrop. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I don't usually do bead weaving anymore, but I've been missing it, so that's why I did it today. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon. Bye!